What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending The Culture. I am James, and I'm here with one of the queens. We got Cat Queen up in the building. What's good, Cat?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? I'm excited to
What's
get
going
into some of
on?
these hot topics tonight.
What's been happening? What's been happening?
Just try positive in a cold world. Yeah, your girl been going through it, y'all. So just everybody, all the transcenders, keep me in your thoughts, your prayers, your positive vibes. Yeah, keep me, send my name to the universe, tell them to bless me, give me strength times. And let this be a message to all the transcenders and everybody out there. Set your boundaries. Boundaries are healthy, and fight for your rights. Ain't nobody gonna advocate for yourself better than you. So that's all I got. What about you, James? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
It's a lot of stuff been going on. Mostly stuff with the network. Just working on
Hmm.
building things and kind of pushing us to the next level. Is 2025 season of manifestation. And, I've been talking about that
Hmm.
since the start of the new year. At the end of
Right,
last year,
exactly.
into the new year, and that's what this whole year is about for me. Just really manifesting some of the things that I've always wanted to do, and some of the things just in terms of like direction of the company
Hmm.
where I would like to see things go. Obviously we launched the radio station. It's been 4 months now. I was gonna say 3 months, but it's
Hmm.
actually been 4 months because I pushed it live in October. So October, November, December, January. We are doing good. Numbers are looking good. Definitely getting new listeners. A lot of music on
Hmm.
there. I actually have been able to figure out some things really over the past few weeks just with software. So like that's gonna help
Oh, that's the
tremendously.
that's the name of the game right
Yeah.
there.
Like that's gonna help tremendously just with getting more music on the platform, making it easier to get music on the platform. Um, Making it so that obviously we can all broadcast and be on at the same time in the same room, but we can be separate. It's just a lot of things that are in place. New space for the radio station. So obviously I've been running it out of the home studio. So now I the
Hmm.
location for the space, and I'm looking at April. We actually have launched a. I, I'm getting old. I keep saying the fucking fast. Yeah. We launched a GoFundMe. So I have a GoFundMe. I have not really put it out there to too many people yet because I'm working on the newsletter that I have been wanting to do.
Hmm.
So I started working on that. I'm gonna put it in the newsletter, and then hopefully I should have that out by this weekend, and then we can start getting donations to the GoFundMe. So many businesses out here use GoFundMe's to raise money and to raise capital and do different things like that. So I just said, okay, well, let's step into that arena and kind of do some crowdfunding and see what we can pull together. So we did find a space for the radio station. That is really cool. I have been talking for really the last 6 months about putting together UGD Live, but I know that you and I we had talked about it definitely in the second part of last year. So UGD Live is going to be coming. More than likely, is going to be coming between third and fourth quarters of this year, and it's going to replace the entertainment plug. So the entertainment plug will go away, and it's just going to be
Ooh.
UGD Live. And the goal is for UGD Live to be 5 days. So I'm looking at that being a Monday through Friday. More than likely, it probably would be like a morning time show. So like a 6 to 10, 7 to 11. I'm just kind of playing with some times, but definitely like morning drive time, something like that.
Hmm.
Something where we can just
I
kind of
feel
get
like
it.
everyone needs that. It's kind of been with especially with the morning shows and nurturing up
Yeah,
cast, people breaking up and Angela Yee leaving the Breakfast Club and things like that. I feel like we could definitely step in and handle that. So definitely be looking at
absolutely.
what's to come. Oh wait,
So
UGD
yeah,
live.
so that's going on. Of course, everybody's shows are doing well. So that's a good look for the network. The radio station will be on Spotify starting next month. So we're already on Apple Music and TuneIn, and then of course through UGDigital.com. But It'll be on Spotify, so people will be able to listen and stream there. If you go to ugdigital.com, it actually plays in background, so you can hear the station playing. If you go to ugdigital.com, we have a new issue of the magazine, and it's been a long time coming, but I put out basically the digital version of some of the articles already, of the actual magazine with flipping pages and all of that stuff. Will more than likely be out tonight. So we've been waiting on that. And Charity?
We got Charity Ivana in the building. Hey, Charity. If you guys don't remember Charity, Cat Out Your Tongue, please go back and look, and you can check that out and get all the insights of Charity Ivana.
Yeah. It's a great deal going on. I know you have the Super Bowl party coming up that you are co-hosting, which is going to be really dope. So obviously that's going on. New shows are coming to the podcast network and to the radio station. So there's many things that are in the works. Our conversation tomorrow with the cast from Starting Over Blues, that's a new drama that is on Tubi. So I'm doing very good on Tubi, definitely like in the top 5, I believe, up on the top 2. So we'll be talking with the cast from that tomorrow at 8:45. So yeah, a whole lot of stuff going on. But tonight it's trending topics, hot topics, whatever you want to call it. But we are talking. Absolutely, Charity Ivana. It's a good year
for sure.
It's a good year for everybody, and it's really about manifesting it all. Like we want so much stuff, and we want to do different things, and a lot of times we put ourselves down and we make it seem like we can't achieve it or like it's impossible, and it's all there. It's all waiting for us. Just got to manifest it, and that's what we're doing this year. So everybody's gonna have a really good year, a really good season, and that's it. But yeah, so we're talking Grammys tonight.
No, you're right about that, and I feel like everybody that we've been like affiliated with have been putting so much work in the past couple years. Absolutely. Like we have so many artists, we have so many podcasters. We got journalist Shay doing a big thing. We got Michael. We got hashtag. We got Michael Finkley.
Yeah, speaking
of
big
Michael, dog,
we got to get him on the screen tonight because he was at the Grammys. So like he was at the Grammys. They didn't win the Grammy, but he won another award. That's like Podcast of the Year for I forgot what it was, but he posted that today. Like he is doing really, really amazing. He's doing amazing.
Right. Yeah, that I see. I would have just been happy to be there. You know me, I'm just trying to get a whiff of Beyonce. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. So let's talk some Grammys, guys. I did want to mention a couple things like James has said. I will be hosting an event at the Grog Shop on Super Bowl Sunday, this coming Sunday, February 9th. So if you guys want to come out, enjoy some good music, it's going to be a concert, lots of local artists, and I believe some artists from out of town, and maybe some people. Anything with Trap Boy, you don't know what he got up his sleeve. So definitely stop through, and it will be a Super Bowl watch party. I will be there enjoying the Super Bowl. We can dance the Kendrick together, so make sure you are in the building. Check my page for any info you may need. And Charity Ivana will be in the building. The first person to bring me to the Grog Shop originally, and we was doing a lot of karaoke and had a lot of drinks that night. So yes, to support me, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. We got to support each other in this here culture. So let's get into the Grammys, guys. If you are watching, please drop opinions, drop your questions, drop your heartbreaks, drop your congratulations, whatever you feel about the Grammys. Let's talk about it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is there was a big absence in the Grammys this year. Someone who's usually always in attendance, Mr. Drizzy Drake himself was disappeared, nowhere to be seen. They say he was in hiding. They say your boy was in hiding. And honestly, if I was him and I would have been at that Grammys, I'd have been acting like a school shooter. I'm about to tear everybody up because the way they was dancing, the way y'all was singing, not like us, Taylor Swift, I'm looking at you. Y'all was acting real niggardly that night. Okay, let me say that. Y'all was acting real unusual that night. Did y'all see Tay Tay? Did y'all see? Oh, she walking it out.
Yeah.
She doing it. Rest in peace, DJ Unk. She was getting it. She had her drink.
Yeah.
And did you know that she didn't drop not a drop of that drink? Now that's somebody I could drink with. We could party together, Tay Tay. And then and during Janelle Monáe's performance, her blazer in the audience. Next thing you know, you see Taylor with the blazer on. Like they're not like us. They not. I'm like, Taylor. That's one thing. Now y'all know I like me some Taylor Swift. You know, I'm not a huge Swiftie. But one thing I do like is that she at award shows, she is always dancing, she's always clapping, supporting. She over there. As soon as somebody wins, she just, you know, she just happy to be there. She said, if you guys know, she has been touring so much that she said this is the only time that she really gets to go to a concert and appreciate her. Taylor Swift, she was giving us all kind of memes, looks, all kind. I was laughing at her the whole night. Like, Taylor, go ahead, girl. You was there. You happy to be there. We have a comment from Charity Ivana. She says, I love Cynthia's performance. I cried several times. I'm happy Beyonce won Album of the Year. She deserved to win, not for Cowboy Carter, but in general, although I like Cowboy Carter. So, okay, let's go to this one first. Let's talk about this. So, yes, James, we had talked about this previously amongst ourselves, but I think that Charity's opinion is kind of the opinion of everybody. Yes, Beyonce deserves Album of the Year. I would say maybe for Renaissance or shoot, y'all know I like the little B-Day. I like the little Deja Vu. You know, I think she should have won it back in those days. So do I feel like Cowboy Carter was the Album of the Year? In my humble opinion, as a person who is not an artist and who cares about my, I think that she deserved that. Jay-Z has been heavily involved in the Grammys. He's been heavily involved in like the Super Bowl and has his hands in so many of these things. I think that he kind of made it happen for her. I think that they kind of was like, you know, she's deserving. You know, just overall career. Maybe she should have got a Lifetime award or some sort. But Cowboy Carter, I could say I like about 4 songs on Cowboy Carter. So I wouldn't call Album of the Year. I think of something that got bangers, like something I could just play all the way through. And I don't feel Cowboy Carter was necessarily that. What do you think about Beyonce's big win, James?
I think that I think she was definitely deserving. I think that, like, I can understand other people's opinions, like when they say that it's not like the Album of the Year or it didn't deserve Album of the Year. But I just think that with this album, or maybe I should say that maybe with, you know, when they're considering Album of the Year, they should kind of look at, like, obviously the direction of the album and the particular artist, and if they're kind of stepping outside of their zone. And I think the whole big thing with this was that she was doing something completely different. And clearly it was different enough that a lot of her core fan base was like, I know, or I don't like it or whatever. And I think that some people just like legit just didn't really care for it, and they may listen to country music and they just wasn't doing it. But then I think that a lot of us are just kind of inept to listen to something different. So a lot of us don't really take the time to listen to different genres of music and whatnot. And I think it's really cool because, you know, not only was it something, you know, different from her and her challenging herself to do a whole nother genre of something that she liked, but it's something that really brought a lot of stuff kind of up out of the woodwork. Like, a lot of people are learning now about Linda Martell, they're learning about the rodeo, they're learning, like, it's a lot of stuff, and they're starting to see.
Yeah, they're learning. And I feel like it kind of opened people's eyes to, you know, broaden their horizons, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people, this is their first introduction, especially as Black people, when we all know, you know, Black people have been instrumental in starting almost I mean, really every genre of music has been brought, from the roots of Black people and blues and soul and country and this and that.
Yeah.
So I think that I things and reclaiming our genres and things like
Yeah.
that. So I definitely love it for the culture.
And there's a lot of
But like I said, and the thing is, this is all our opinions. We all
yeah.
got opinions like assholes. Everybody got one.
But
So,
I mean, I
y'all don't
respect
take
your
this too
opinion too.
serious,
And
but
yeah, I respect your opinion too, and definitely that of others, because if people ain't feeling it, they ain't feeling it. I just think that like
yeah.
there's a lot of walls that really were broken down by her doing this album. Again,
Hmm.
just that people are really learning more about that culture and how pivotal we were to that culture and where it is right now. But just the way that we're being discounted, and like so many white people like downed her for stepping into the country arena, and people thought that because of that it wasn't really going to do well. But it's like she surpassed what everybody felt like she was going to do. And something else I was going to say too is opening doors for a lot of other country artists. Like nobody was really talking about
Hmm.
Shabu, and Shabuzi is dope, but
Right.
nobody was really talking about him. And not
Right.
like nobody was talking about many of the other country artists, that were on there too.
Yeah, especially the ones that she brought during that half. Women now
Yeah,
that have been working in country for so long that
yeah,
I'm like, oh, well, who is this? I wasn't even aware, just because
yeah,
that's just not what we're exposed to. So I definitely like that. And I do feel what Charity says. I do feel that a lot of the, palm colored the white country artists were very, I still seen them so much. Oh my God, I couldn't go to a congratulatory post without, them saying she don't deserve it and blah, 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 and whatever, whatever.
yeah,
So part of me is just like, what Issa Rae
yeah.
say, I'm rooting for everybody that's Black. So I'm rooting for, so and no matter what, I'm always rooting for the Black folks. So congratulations, Queen B. This is monumental. You are a
Absolutely.
superstar. They don't make them like you anymore. We had this conversation as well. There are no real super duper stars like that no more.
Yeah,
If you look at Beyonce and Taylor Swift is in her 30s. So after her, it's not really like, Rodriguez and what is her name? The one that sing the little girl. Dang, I can't think her name. But she sing like those little
I feel
sweet
like I
little
know who
pop
you're talking
songs and
about.
stuff. Yeah. Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, I like just not, it don't hit like, when I was, I'm a 90s baby. When I was a kid, my mom knew who who Britney Spears was. My mom knew who Christina or, Pink. Oh, so yes, thank you, Charity. Sabrina Carpenter. Yes, love her. Love, love, love. The mass America don't know who she is unless you really listen to pop music, which me and you do listen to a lot of different genres. But
Yeah,
the average person doesn't know who that is. Like my mom is not gonna know Sabrina Carpenter. My mom knew Britney Spears. Britney Spears was out when NSYNC was out. Our parents was bye bye bye. Like they were super duper stars, and I feel like saturated. It's hard for artists to get to that level because we just some people be on Spotify, some people be on Apple Music. There's so many different choices that it's kind of hard to explore. So I do love that artists are changing genres and working together.
yeah.
I really like that she worked with now that particular song I didn't per se like because
Which
I
one?
like my it's a song with her and Miley Cyrus. They won a Grammy for it. I can't remember what it's
Okay, yeah,
called. But Beyonce in her later years, if you guys know, she's dropped her register down high, up in the sky. She's more down here. This ain't text. She down in this in her pocket. But Miley also has that deep voice. So I kind of wanted a different harmony. I need y'all to, you need to be up here and you need to be down here. That was the only thing that kind of I like it, but I don't love
yeah,
it. I feel like if someone would have went a little higher, and that's just like I said, my personal opinion of
yeah.
what I like. I kind of go for more. She said she loved that song. Oh my God, Charity listens to, so she's a real musician, real music, real songs, real singer. So
Absolutely.
I definitely respect your opinions on that. So I wanted to go to where she said, let's talk a little bit more about who wasn't there, Mr. Drizzy Drake. She said nobody wanted Drake there this year. Hopefully he get it together by next Grammys. I know that's right, Cherry. So Mr. Drizzy Drake was in his feelings and throwing a hissy fit like he's been doing every time Kendrick has a big stage. He always goes out of the country, or he's vacationing and things. So they say been wallowing, vacationing and being seen with model after model, trying to pump himself up. He has dismissed the lawsuit. Well, the courts have dismissed it, and he's also backed off of the lawsuit. So I think he just salty and kind of licking his wounds right now. Carter has decided to not be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl. I think that's kind of in solidarity of Drake, and then also him, being upset that he's not the halftime performer, which I don't think he should have ever been. But which is my humble opinion. But he also announced secret announcement coming up. So many are speculating that I think tomorrow he's supposed to be doing his announcement that he is supposed to be dropping the Carter. Now I don't know what number. This could be the Carter 17. Don't quote me. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But he's definitely dropping a new mixtape or a new album. So you guys be on the lookout tomorrow. He's definitely making his big announcement. Beyonce also has made her announcement that she is having a Cowboy Carter tour. So you guys make sure y'all save up y'all tax money, y'all income tax, your child support, your check. You might need to give a little, I don't know what you get, a part-time job, because them tickets gonna be outrageous. So if you looking to go see Beyonce, you'll have a chance with the Cowboy Carter. What is she calling it? I think it's like the Cowboy Carter Chitlin Circuit. Concert or something like that.
Yeah.
Chitlin Circuit tour. My name, James. What you think about that?
So it'd be nice to see Lil Wayne do something else. I was gonna say, it's so funny.
Did you see the video
about Beyonce? But it's like they be on her ass doing the same shit that she doing. Remember when she put out Lemonade and nobody knew it was coming. She just dropped that shit in there. And it sold all.
And now everybody and their mama doing secret drops.
Huh?
I said everybody mama doing secret drops after she did that.
Right. Somebody did one right after her, and it didn't really sell. I'm trying to remember who did it. I'm gonna have to look back and see. Hey, Miss Val, thank you. Somebody did. I just think it's funny how everybody has so much to say about it, but then they end up doing the same stuff that she doing, trying to capitalize off the same thing. But the cool thing is that like the people that she has on her team, like they are meticulous about getting this stuff together. Like it really, it pays to have a good team behind you. It really, really does.
Yeah, for sure.
Because don't get it twisted. I'm quite sure that there's so much that she's involved in and she's hands-on, and it's a lot of stuff that she's doing. But it's a lot of stuff that, considering everything that she be doing out here, she ain't got time to be like, she gotta have the right people on her squad and on her team to be able to pull some of this stuff up. Like, and it's people make comments about obviously Jay-Z and the power that he has. Oh, he did that. That's what he's supposed to do. Like that's ain't that what that's what he's supposed to be doing. Like
again, say it again, James.
I just I do think that her situation is dope. But as far as Lil Wayne, I don't know how many people are really like waiting for that announcement, but I do think that it'll be cool. I wish he would kind of get off of the Carter theme and do something else now. I think maybe I'm kind of over it, and maybe a lot of other people aren't, but really just now getting back into that space where I want more Lil Wayne, because I think for like, bless you, I think that for like a little bit of time, maybe 4 or 5 years, 6 years, like I kind of was, I don't know, maybe I was just kind of Lil Wayne'd out, but a lot of it I was just like, And I can't even say that I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know. I just wasn't really checking for it. But it would be nice to come out with something new. Because you know, for a minute, don't take offense, people. But you know, I was kind of off of the Nicki Minaj thing for a minute, and now I'm like back in that space where.
And James, I told you. I was telling
I mean, but you know though.
Come back.
But you know it though. I was like, you know, for a minute, and it's not. I ain't saying nothing about her. I think I just was like out of that phase for a minute. But now I'm like, I think hearing this last album,
well,
even though
she and the many artists like her know how to evolve and know how to set trends.
Absolutely.
A lot of people could not have done that.
Yeah, I think she is evolving.
So we need to see if we're going to hear that out of Wayne. Now, if Wayne, because what Nicki did was so different from what the girls are doing with the red ruby, the sleeves, and the super freaky girl, and you know, she kind of flipped a little, leaned back on a little bit of her. So it just was fresh. It was new. It was, you know, she came out with the Gag City tour. She came out with her new slow, you know. So
I was too, Charity.
Yeah, Charity said, yeah, I've been bored with her.
And I think that's really what it was.
Yeah, Nicki ain't been good since Pink Friday. I think, you know, a lot of people already get complacent. So we'll see. And some people really love what Nicki did. Some people still like, what else you got? So it'll be interesting to see if Lil Wayne can bring something new. Now, I will say this. On that new commercial, I seen something new. I peeped something new. Y'all, his dreads and came back, Lord. Do it. Won't Jesus do it? Because them dreads was on their last leg. You remember how they was holding, them dreads was holding on to thoughts. They wasn't even holding on to hair. They was holding on to thoughts. I don't know who's Fetty Wap hairstylist. I don't know what loctician what kind of extensions, what kind of alleged or you know, I don't know what magic he did in jail.
Oh, is he? See, I don't
yeah, so
I gotta get better.
Ended up so Fetty Wap ended up, because he's actually been trending on Twitter, a lot of his old music. And people have been playing Fetty Wap music to animals, and for some reason, animals really love and go crazy. So it's like a trend that people have been playing a lot of old school Fetty Wap. And I guess during the time of 10 years ago or whenever he was hot, to some financial troubles and ended up getting some drug and gun and different type of charges. So he is currently in jail serving that time. I don't think he has much longer. I know he's out. This weekend, Lucci is out. The one that used to go with Reginae Carter, he is out and saying that they're not getting back together. So yeah, I don't know.
I like how he made his decision.
You know, yeah. They ain't getting back together. Yeah, he has some little girl, some
I guess that was his decision,
Latina waiting on them. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot going on. You know, I'm on a little tangent since we're talking about Reginae now. Reginae goes.
I like Reginae. Don't mess with Reginae. I like Reginae.
What they be calling her? Resume.
I don't know, but I like her.
They be calling her. I love Reginae. And the thing
like
is, when you said Beyonce, when you said Beyonce's husband should have did that, I am all for Black nepotism. I love Black nepotism. Yeah. If somebody got a kid, I love nepotism. Period. I love them Smith kids. When I seen Jaden and Willow on the red carpet, he had his little doll head piece. I said, okay, Jaden, I like to stay in the house too. I feel it.
You better believe that if Elijah wanted to do anything with music and I had the connection, that I'm gonna make the connection. Like, that is so stupid. Like that's just dumb.
Yeah, I hate people, you know, they say we want to get out the mud and he ain't streets like his dad. I don't give a dang. We need to, other cultures, even foreigners that come to America, 10 of them, they'll live in a house for a year, pull all their money together and buy a hair store, buy a corner store or something, and then pass that down. And then they, you know, they build legacies for their children. And us as Black people, I feel like we so gotta prove on my own man that we don't leave these legacies for children. I really hate that for us, and I hope more Black people, like, I really love when I find out somebody is somebody's child, like Quincy Jones' daughter, Rashida Jones. A lot of people don't even know that that's his daughter, and she has such that career. I love watching her. I love watching Maya Rudolph, Ripperton's daughter, and stuff like that. These legacies, you know. So I really love that. But back to Reginae, what Charity said. Yeah, he lame. She is not checking, and yeah, Jaden with that hat. I'm on the fence. So Jaden Smith had a whole black doll hat. I felt it. I love a good avant-garde moment. So I miss the old days of Lady Gaga coming in the egg. Like, I miss the theatrics of it all. So I was feeling his dollhouse. And, you know, Jaden always talks about that he's an introvert and that he's, you know, in the house, and he has kind of caught it at. And then Willow had on a bra and panties in a a coat, a trench coat. So I was like, "Ooh, y'all coming through with some different type of vibe." But yeah. So speaking of Reginae, she is with a YouTuber named Armand, and his brother, that always wants money for them and stuff. So him and Reginae have been feuding because Reginae bought her boyfriend some kind of $100,000 watch, and he felt like she should have did that for him. So he's been cussing at his phone live every day, talking about, you know, this, and it's like, ooh, who are you to tell me how to spend my dang on money? You grown, you in your 30s, asking for your niece for money. Ooh, child. So it's been a lot going on with that. The case with the OMG girls, the decision has been reversed. So 71 million from the maker of the OMG doll. So shout out to Tip and Tiny for securing the bag. They have been giving 4 different verdicts in this case. So I'm hoping that this will be the last one. Because first, you know, they keep going back and forth, but you can all see that the OMG doll stole their style from the OMG girls. So pay them people their money and go about their business. Just so crazy. So we're talking about all the details of all the outfits and things at the Grammys. Let's get into the most explosive outfit of them all. The outfit. So the man of the hour, y'all, Kanye and Bianca. Ooh,
child. So look, did he really get put out or did he not? Because then I saw some stuff that said that it didn't really happen.
So there are 2 different stories. So there's one confirmed by Grammy insiders. So I don't know if we ever will know the true story. So the first story is that they weren't invited. They were allowed on the red carpet just because, you know, the red carpet, they have names, but people were there that, you know, they just kind of went off recognition because there were people that had their name on the list, like was there, and they were saying, oh, you can't go on or whatever. So Kanye was going to get on just off the strength of being Kanye. Now it was confirmed they were never invited. So that was confirmed. They were never invited to the Grammys. And, you know, you have to schedule these things ahead of time. They schedule red carpet, you know, what time you're going to walk the red. It's very scheduled. He was not on the schedule. So they walked the red carpet, they pulled their stunt, and then they went directly, from what I'm hearing, they went directly and left. Now, that's what I'm hearing from people on Kanye's side, but people on the Grammy side said that once they walked the red carpet, they were not allowed into the Grammy version because they weren't on the list. So I've heard like Crazy Days and Nights. They said that they were kicked out, and then some insiders, Grammy insiders, I want to say with People, claimed that Kanye just wanted to walk the red carpet. So it's really with Kanye, there's always a twist, or, you know, he's one of those people that he always like, well, that's why I didn't want to be there no way, or like, you know, he one of those people. So I don't know if we truly will know what the case would be. Charity said, you know, I'm not understanding what was the point of doing that, and not they weren't invited. No, really. So what? Let me hear your opinion on the outfit or lack thereof. Miss Bianca. I'm about to call her Beyonce. She ain't no Beyonce. She fully nude fully nude, like Rihanna in a sheer, we've seen this nude, but we've never just seen nothing.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I mean, I just think that for as unexpected as it was, I just think that is to be expected with Kanye. Like at this point, he's
Mm-hmm.
looking he's looking to do any and everything that he can do to stay in the spotlight. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that he does. I mean, anybody who has any close relation or association with the music industry or the Grammys know full well that you can't just go to the Grammys unless you bought a ticket or unless you got invited by somebody who is on the board, or like it's like you don't just walk up in the Grammys like, yeah, I'm here. I'm James. I'm here.
Right.
Like, and he know that. So he purposely went to make a scene. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, whatever they did to him, whether they drug him out or whatever they did, that's what he wanted. He wanted to call a scene, and then he went to some nightclub after that and was partying and having a good time. And I mean, that's just the kind of shit that's what we do. So I mean, I'm to the point now where when he do stuff, it just don't even, it just don't even, it don't really take me by storm. I'm not really surprised with him because he's doing any and everything. He ain't billionaire status now. So
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
I'm not saying he ain't got no money, but I'm just saying, things are changing, and I'm quite sure that a piece of him thought that by showing up, that they was just gonna let him in because it's Kanye. But no,
Mm-hmm.
it's all like that. So I think it was good if they did put him out. I think it's good because it showed him that you can't just walk up in somewhere and think that you're gonna get in just because of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that, Kanye,
Right. Oh, I'm
and when
sorry.
we
I'm
talk
looking at her
about
past.
Kanye, oh yeah.
I was looking at her
They
comment.
act
I'm
like
sorry.
they act like children. Right? No, really. That's why I put it up. They act like children. With Kanye, the conversation, because we and this has been said, speculated through medical records and things that his family, aka the Kardashians, have told people that he is bipolar and he's unmedicated, and he's been like this since he had his breakdown, and where he left and disappeared and stuff, and the stuff with Adidas and the anti-Semitism.
Listen,
you know
stress and death and divorces and shit like that will make you do some. It'll make you flip the fuck out because
it'll
I
make
mean
it'll make
it's just like with when I went through my divorce. It don't matter how much we knew. It don't matter how much either one of us knew that we ain't need to do together. When that shit went down,
mm-hmm.
everything went down the way that it did. I fucking flip. I still take so long today. Like I fucking flip, and they had man issues
Mm-hmm.
before. Like that kind of stuff will make you flip the fuck out. And when you really look at
No, for real.
like just being 100, just keeping it 100, like I don't think that he ever really dealt with his mother passing, and like I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that he's ever really reconciled that. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that to me, that's like a clear cut case where people should be able to see that money don't mean shit. It don't matter how much money and riches and all this other shit that you got in houses and cars and all the accolades and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, if you ain't dealing with your mental and the shit that's going on, like don't none of that other shit matter. And like he's one of the richest people out
Mm-hmm.
there in the world. And Louis has a basic and I think it's because
Right.
he ain't dealt with that shit. Like all of the shit, like people can say what they want to say about Kim Kardashian or whatever. Say what you want to say. But at the end of the day, who treats their baby mother like she wasn't cheating on you? To our knowledge. I mean, like, not
Right.
money. She ain't just begging for your money. Like, she out there hustling, getting her own money, getting her own bag, her own thing.
And
like
she
that.
made him. She helped him get billionaire status, because he
Right.
would. I don't believe he would have
Get it.
even
Like,
touched that without them.
who treats their people like that? Like, who treats their people
Yeah.
like that?
So
The person that's taking care of your kids And you could talk about how much of a good daddy and everything you is, but the reality is you coming and going as you please. So, and she got the
So
kids.
I don't
Still
believe
managing,
in
but
so
she
calling
got the
somebody
kids.
a good I don't believe in calling somebody a good father that come and go as they please. I don't believe in that. So he is a father and he have a relationship with his kids, but I personally wouldn't. That's
So I
just
don't
how
know.
my parameters. But
I just think
and going
that
what you
I think
said,
it's some mental stuff he needs to
36.
deal with. I think if he actually did that, I think it would clean a lot of shit up. And you'll see him come around. And I mean, I'm not saying he got to be like the old Kanye. I'm just saying you'll see like mentally he'll be more clear, and I think it'll help.
Yeah, and Charity said, yeah, he needs help. Go seek help. Come
But he
back
also
when you're
needs people
okay.
in
No
his
one wants
space.
you pulling that Taylor scandal. No more Kanye.
He also needs to have people in his space that's gonna tell him. Because
Yeah.
I would
So
argue that a lot of people ain't saying shit because they want to stay on the payroll.
yeah, and he fires. Get another number here. Block you if you tell him wrong. Or tell him what he don't want to hear. But I do agree with Charity. I do feel like, Kanye has always been erratic. Kanye has always pulled stunts. Like we can't forget about the live, George Bush don't care about black people. We can't forget about Kanye being someone who has someone close to them who suffers with bipolar. They are always on that up and down, especially when they're unmedicated. And so Kim said around the time, because let's not forget, he hawked Kim down. Him and Kim were friends. He hawked her down for relationships. The relationships, I'm gonna marry you, gonna be like Kim. He loved Kim dirty naked draws. Because remember, Kim was too naked for him. She was, at first it was put her on my, what was that video, Bound to or whatever, and she was naked holding on him. At first he liked it. Then he had that switch where I want you covered up, I don't want you nude, I don't want you knowing very well that's how she makes her money, how she's been her whole, in the scene, in the industry, and a sex symbol. So when they, when he went through this whole religious awakening, and that's one thing you would know about people that are bipolar, people that deal with mental health, they sometimes have religious awakenings and things like that. And he just upped and moved to Wyoming, left, start doing this, doing that, ruining his businesses, ruining her businesses, putting her family out. And then she just had to kind of cut the plug. And ever since that, and they divorced, he has just never been the same. And it seemed like a kid that, threw a tantrum and he moved away. Him and Bianca were in Italy or touring and to be seen, but then they wanted to be seen because he got her walking around naked with no shoes on through Italy. And, they having sex on gondolas and, doing whatever. And I feel like he thought the world was going to stop and, Kanye. But, we looked at it, but we didn't really, nothing changed, and then people got to understand fashion and music move on. You can be hot one year and not next year, the next 3 years, you can be forgotten. So I think he is back. Like, I want to be back, old Kanye, and I want to be this A-list person again. And he's just doing it, this is the way he's doing it. He's young. And if you watch a lot of the body language of when they were on the red carpet, she had her little coat on and he was telling her like go ahead and drop it. And she was like I don't know. And he was like, girl, get naked right now. So she just, you know, because I am a person that I love the human body, the naked body, but if some things have to be clever and it has to be for it to be avant-garde. I think that, I saw a post that said, maybe she had a little landing strip, little pubic hair, or maybe she had a little something that made it, but it didn't look artsy. It didn't look like protest. It just looked like naked girl. Like it didn't give what I feel like it needed to give. So I just wasn't feeling it at all. And when it's like stunts, and it's like, since this girl married you, do she even own clothes? And I know from somebody who's looking at Diddy and things like this, I know Bianca gonna have a tell-alls when she done with him. It's gonna be all kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it looked stupid. It looked stupid. It looked cool. It looked sexy. Because Rihanna has done this, and she wore a sheer thing. She wore a sheer, and and she wore really glossy sheer makeup, and it gave us a moment. For some people, it was too much, but it gave artsy fartsy. It gave
Yeah.
me a little something to talk about.
Yeah.
But this look, I just think it just was I think it was too explicit. I think it was not thought through. You know, I just don't get it.
Yeah. Did you see the message?
Yeah. Did I see what?
Did you see the message I sent you?
Let me see. No.
I didn't want to just blurt out.
We got breaking news, guys. Breaking news. So we have getting reports this week that Irv Gotti was in the hospital, that he was possibly on life support, and we are now getting word that Irv Gotti has passed, and he has passed today, February 5th. At 54 years old. So can you talk a little bit about Irv Gotti? I got to step away for 1 second.
Yeah, Irv Gotti. I mean, everybody knows that Irv Gotti was murdered in, later reported as. It's been so much stuff, of course, between Irv Gotti and John Woo and Ashanti, just everything. Who have been murdered in. So, of course, many who were aware of Irv Gotti knows that he did have a stroke last year and have been recovering from that. But to be perfectly honest, I had not really kept up just in terms of, where he was now health-wise, and if he was really taking care of himself and following the regimen that doctors have given him. I'm hearing things that suggest that he had not been following, and there were some reports actually on TV earlier today that he and Russell Simmons had talked. Russell had invited him out to the place where he.
Yes. And so that's really how people found out about it. Is Uncle Russ kind of rang the bells on him even being as close to death as he was.
Yeah, and I'm still saying that while you were talking, I actually have been looking, just at different reports because I've been seeing it, but I hadn't really seen it from anywhere necessarily reputable. So I actually just pulled it from.
Right. So and that's really how it goes. Like, especially, with us being, media people, the bloggers and the outskirts, and then it'll kind of be confirmed because the last night I had woke up out of my sleep and, had did my little bathroom run, and I'm looking on my phone, and it has said that Krishan Rock's ex, who has been claiming paternal child, that he died, that he had got shot that night. And passed away. So I was looking at that and I'm like, I'll wait in the morning to I usually, when I see stories break at night, I'm like, you know what, let me wait in the morning before I post anything or say anything.
Yeah.
And then it was confirmed that he died, that he died.
Yeah, I'm never the first to post because you never know. And
you have to hear
so
from a reputable source.
And really true.
And even then, we've had a lot of different fake outs from people. Death hoax and all kind of things, and TMZ and the top people and all kind of posted, and come to find out the person wasn't dead. So y'all keep Irv and his family in prayers, no matter if he's sick or if he's has passed. Just send happy thoughts their way. And I was a big Murder Inc. fan. I was a light-skinned girl that had fought for Ashanti when she came out. I was like, that's me right there. So I loved he was one of the first people that really showcased different women and put them all on tracks together with these men. He had I was listening to I just wanna rock you all night long. I was listening to that, and I was listening. I was listening to Vita, Charlie Baltimore. Vita, and T and Ja Rule, and putting them on me. Fat Joe, bringing Fat Joe in there. They were doing something very unique. They were doing something. I love Vita. I
And you
love
know her
Vita.
sister
I
is
love
from Texas.
Shauna. You know what? I think I did know
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it'd be running families, it'd be running the families. So but yeah, I really loved their sound when they were really big in the 2000s. I really loved it, and I
Mhm.
think that it set the tone for the remixes, for the boy girl,
Absolutely.
call and response, the girl singing on the hook type C. And then also they were big on doing part twos and doing remixes, and and those remixes a hit. It would be a whole different song. It ain't even a remix. It's a whole nother version. Just a slow down. Who's singing the hook on this one? So they were really doing something spectacular. So and I to that era. So shout out to Murder Inc. But Irv Gotti has been in the media the past few years for a lot of controversy.
Absolutely.
Now we'll talk a little bit about the controversy. So we had some controversy with, him exposing him and Ashanti's relationship, over regulated that she was messing with Ja Rule. So it was really kind of mind blowing for the public. A lot of insiders knew what was going on, but for the mass public to realize that she was messing with Irv and he was older, and and we see that with a lot of execs. We see Tommy Mottola and Mariah Carey and Celine's late husband. These were these producers that picked these young girls and molded them, but were also having inappropriate relationships. So it wasn't, she was grown, but it morally, legally wasn't right, yeah, but morally,
Yeah.
it was somewhere in between. And then in his later years, Irv got been on many podcasts. He's been on DJ Vlad and things, and talking about how he wants a young girl, and he wants a young girl that's going to be able to take care of him, and young girls just want money, and they be wanting them to do this, and I don't want no old woman, and I want this and that. And a lot of people were telling him, like, don't you have health issues? Like, don't you, for somebody to take care of him during his end of day. So I just hope that, he was surrounded by his family or whoever cared about him, because, let that be a lesson to people that think they could play the field their whole life, or they can, you go eventually, we all get older, and, you go want somebody that's going to be there for you. Damn, I hope that, the things aren't, it isn't true, but as usually when you hear a little murmur or something, it happened to be true. So
Yeah.
let's keep them in our thoughts and our prayers. And then also rest in peace to DJ, who is best known for Walk It Out,
Yeah. That
and so many more Southern. I was in high school, so you couldn't tell me nothing. I would mix it and throw the chicken head in there, man. DJ I'ma miss you, fam. And the sad part is, and you know what I really do, is all it takes is one person to post a song, and like it's a whole new generation has been like my little nephews was over there dancing the wall. I'm like, what y'all know about the Walk It Out? Like, don't give me now if I get to pulling out my stanky leg, something. So I'm glad that people are enjoying his music, and I think he also was in his 50s, very young. And
I'm also glad to hear. I mean, well, not glad to hear, because his wife did confirm that he passed of a heart attack, and I don't wish it on nobody. I'm glad to know that it was not drug related, because she did go on and confirm that, because people had been making comments saying that it probably was drugs and XYZ. So she did come on and confirm he didn't die anything drug related.
Right. So, rest in peace.
It's it's expected, especially in our communities, for it to be drug related. So I was happy that she did confirm that. But, all in all, it's still important.
Right. So I am, and I'm always, it's not that you're glad that they're, I'm tired of that stigma, especially with our rappers and our hip hop stars. We've lost a lot of people to drugs, especially like Gangsta Boo and people we didn't even know, we're dealing with that in the dark. But y'all can't assume that everybody that dies is doing drugs, and y'all can't assume everybody that lose weight is doing drugs, doing Wegovy or Ozempic or whatever. People are genuinely have health issues. Y'all forget that celebrities are human just like me and you, and they deal with these things and often in the spotlight, you know. So give these people a little grace, you know. You don't want it to be like with Chad. Come to find out, he ended up dying, you know, of a horrible disease. So, you know, just keep these people in your prayers. When you see somebody looking a little different, acting a little different, you know, just you know what Ashley Banks said, just mind your business. That's all. Just mind just mind your business. Like you ain't that. So yeah. So let's get back into some more the Grammys. Yeah, I'm seeing the reports of Irv Gotti everywhere. I'm definitely seeing it breaking. So I'm not confirming, but I'm gonna say it's speculated right now. So wow, yeah. Ooh wee. Oh, okay. So yeah, we got Lori Harvey on the cover of Playboy, guys. So everybody's favorite little, you know, I don't even Nepo baby. She has a new Playboy shoe. Look like some nice pictures. So if you want to get a peek at what Lori Harvey got to offer, go ahead and get your new episode of Playboy. So I wanted to ask your opinion on something because I think before what was going to happen, but remember we were talking about BMF and how 50 Cent, you know, people don't know this. The actor that plays Big Meech is actually his son, Little Meech. That's his actual biological son. That plays him in the BMF series. And so 50 Cent, we saw something in him, and this was, you know, he had no acting experience. He was not in the business. You know, his whole family was needing of money and funds. So 50 Cent said he put thousands of dollars into Meech getting acting classes for him to, you know, get all kind of training to star in this show. And he actually brought in played old home movies and read people's diaries and talked to old friends and family and really did a lot of research for this show. A lot of people don't understand that this show very closely goes along with Big Meech's actual life story. Now, scenes and things are changed, but close to his life story. And they kind of sold 50 Cent a lot of the rights. So if you guys don't know, Big Meech is out of jail. He is in some sort of halfway house situation, allegedly, where he's able to go out and, you know, he's not fully out, but he's able to go out, make business deals, spend time with family. So Big Meech is none other than Ricky Rose. And y'all know Rick Ross said, I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover.
You know what? Lately, I've been feeling a lot of Rick Ross music.
I want to say this. I didn't appreciate it came out, but he really, if you put on some Rick Ross, I'm telling you, you're gonna do something spectacular with your day. You're gonna hustle and do something. Like he put on, like I've been feeling that too. I've been listening to a lot of 2000s, like my little Pandora Apple Music and 2000s rapping and stuff like that. So I have been feeling Rick Ross, and I really haven't before. Like I definitely was listening to a little Aston Martin music. Making sure all my stuff acting like, right, you know. Not because my stuff ain't charging. I don't want to just drop off out of nowhere.
Listen,
can't have that happen.
They are going in on 50.
Are they? Back to the. Now y'all just listen to me. I ain't on camera, so just listen to the sound of my voice. So Big Meech has entered a partnership with Ricky Rose. They have something going on. I'm not really sure as of yet what that is per se. But they were seen riding around together and pictured signing contracts and you know, conducting some sort of business. Okay, there we go. So 50 Cent has said he's a snitch. He posted a picture of a rat and said the rat, he's a snitch, he's this and that. I'll put your family on, this and that. you owe me loyalty. When you was coming out, they were supposed to be doing more deals to possibly expand the BMF story, because 50 Cent only do a couple seasons and he be out. What do you think about that? Do you think that Big Meech owes 50 Cent any loyalty, or do you think that it was smart to diversify, or do you think it was a stupid decision for him to do that, knowing that he already has a lucrative relationship with 50 Cent?
I think it's cool to diversify. I think it's cool to diversify. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, obviously he put his son on and all of that, but that don't mean that when he come out he gotta do for 50. Like I just don't believe that. I mean, it's cool if you if you feel like you want to do that. I mean, obviously that's real noble and that's cool, but I don't think that you're obligated. Like,
right.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to diversify and kind of get your own stuff in place and not be dependent upon what somebody else is going to do for you. I mean,
but knowing who 50 Cent is, now let me pose this: knowing who he is and how he acts, especially toward his enemies, knowing full well how he crashed out. Me personally, I wouldn't have messed up my money. I wouldn't have messed up my money. Not saying that I would have been kissing 50 Cent's butt, but we think about 50 Cent. This is the man that found some of Rick Ross' baby mom, paid them high amounts of money just for them to do, burn with people and sell it. This is the man that is so-called killed Ja Rule's career, buying up stadiums and doing things just to be petty. He has had these epic feuds with so many people. Knowing how he is and how he reacts to his enemies, I would have got out and I would have sold whatever else rights he want me in. I would have been in BMF season 5. I would have did that. But I mean, that's obviously not what he did. So now 50 Cent has been labeling him all kind of traitors, and he's even threatened to cut the story, to change it up, and to they sold him the rights to that story. So they cannot take that story and make another TV show out of it. He owns the rights to that. So he can't do anything else with that. Like, you can't sell it to Rick Ross. You can't sell it to nobody else. So it's like, why would you cut off? Like, you do that. You can't cut off the people. And it ain't even on no loyalty thing. It's really just on the smarter move. Yeah, which is, for me, I think that would have been a smarter move.
Yeah, you make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. But one thing you got to know about men, especially men that lines, they do things just to look like the big man, or I don't got nobody telling me nothing, so especially Big Meech he was called Big Meech for a reason. He was the top, he was moving weight, doing whatever. I don't know, because I ain't in that life, but he was the top whatever. So for him to get out and feel 50 Cent, maybe it was a pride thing, maybe it was, you never really know. Yeah. So I wouldn't have made that decision, and I'm a big believer in some level of loyalty. Like, I'm not asking you to beef with somebody because of me, but no way I would want you to do the same. So would I be crashing out like 50 Cent? No. I would just, do my little seasons, and I would just keep the rights to the story, and they would have to buy them rights back off me for a lot of money. If I was 50 Cent, I would have just got with them. But we know 50 Cent is still garnishing Tierra Marie's check. Okay, let's not forget.
Say that again.
50 Cent is still garnishing Tierra Marie's checks. So back in the day, yeah. So back when Tierra was on Love and Hip Hop, she was in a throuple or whatever. She had some nudes leaked by her partner, and so her partner nicked these nudes and some sex tapes or what have you, and posted it for his millions of followers. Now, this is the guy that she was she was seeing that posted the stuff originally did not have the amount of followers that 50 Cent had. So when he posted it, it went mega viral. So she sued him for that. But because he was not really posted it, he was just posting something on the internet, the charges were thrown out. And if you guys don't know that anytime someone sues you and a charge are thrown out, you can sue them for the amount of legal fees that you've accumulated fighting them. So he countersued her for like 30,000, and she has been running on that for about 10 years, running from it. And so now it's amassed to, I think, like maybe 70, 100,000, somewhere up there. But she does not have a, she's a performer, so she doesn't have a steady paycheck. So it's very hard for them to garnish her. But whenever she gets those Love and Hip Hop checks are garnished, sometimes all of her checks are garnished to pay this money and just get more interest and get more interest. But she told him, she put a him on him because 50 Cent loves to hide his money and file bankruptcy. So that's what Tierra Marie has been trying to do. But yeah, just knowing, like, you posted her news and you gonna sue her, he petty. So I wouldn't make an enemy out of him. But that's that's what they want to do.
Yeah, she thought she was doing something when she did that lawsuit. So I actually was, I don't know why, but I was actually happy when you won the lawsuit that she was supposed to give him the money.
Well, because she should have sued the person that posted it, but he didn't have no money.
Right. Quit playing is what she should do.
Yeah. She should have just, Tierra Marie went out bad, man. And I loved her. Tierra Marie went out bad, and I really loved her. She was the first. She was the first Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like, she was.
Yeah.
So the first lady of Rock Nation, like, she was. L.A. Reid told Jay-Z to prioritize Rihanna, and Rihanna was about to get the boot, and Beyonce actually was the one that told Jay, like, I think this Rihanna girl got something. And Tierra started having so many personal troubles that she just, went into obscurity and off fighting Hazel E somewhere. So, and
well, no, I'm like, that's dope. That's
Love
dope.
and Hip Hop. You said what?
I said it's dope that Beyonce chimed in and said, I think she got something.
Yeah,
people always tried to pit them against each other, like they didn't like each other and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to hear stuff like that.
Yeah. So Tierra Marie and Rihanna were both in the same boat. They were both done with their sophomore album. Their first album did good. The sophomore was a little shaky for both of them. So it was really, they were neck and neck, and they could only keep one. And L.A. Reid kept saying, and Beyonce said Rihanna. And because Tierra Marie was so unprofessional, that's what happened. She started showing up late. She started getting in a bar fight. She started being late on her rent, getting kicked out of rentals, and, just start being a party girl. So they literally was like, well, and they gave Rihanna, the little haircut, and it was history, So, but speaking of the Love and Hip Hop girls, Masika has had a rough week. She went from posting with Vivica, all buddy to being exposed for being sleeping with ex in an NBA ball. So Matt Barnes is, I want to say, in a relationship or engaged to, I know Beverly Johnson back in the day, the model with the makeup, Beverly Johnson. Her daughter, Matt Barnes, is with her daughter. And this weekend, she posted a list of 8 women that he was cheating on her with in January. Names on the list. And, Masika came on there. And this is Fetty Wap's baby mom, Masika. And she came out and said, I went with him and blah, 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 blah. The girl didn't argue. She ain't say nothing. She just posted the flight information. She posted the flight, the Airbnb in both their names over the weekend. She ain't say nothing. So, Masika, girl, you might want to find your own man, honey, because this ain't looking too good, honey. It's just,
everybody's sleeping with everybody.
Everybody's sleeping with. We have a lot of people going through legal troubles, and we have Marcus Jordan, the son of Michael Jordan, getting arrested
Yeah.
for a DUI. You know, it has been long speculated, and he's been on camera, you know, enjoying a little booger sugar at brunch. They have him on the whole thing. So I think it was only a matter of time before he kind of imploded, because he ended his engagement to Larsa Pimpin. Larsa Pippen. I always call her
Yeah.
Pimpin because she be messing with everybody. But
Right. Right.
Larsa Pippen, you know, they ended their engagement and have been beef. All these videos of him, you know, enjoying different alleged drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually watched the arrest video, and this man was driving on the train tracks, like driving on the train tracks like it was the road, and tried to turn and got his car stuck on the train track. Telling him, like, you know, who are you? Get out the car. He's like, I'm Michael Jordan's son. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just trying to go home. And they're like, sir, you're stuck on train tracks with your lights off and you're crashed, bro. There is no going home. Like, are you for real? You know, so he had to pull that "Do you know who I am" card, you know, but this time that card declined.
We pulling that card now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that card declined. So he definitely went straight to jail.
You said that card.
Yeah. Sure did. But none on that card. Yeah, so he got resisting officer without violence, and then DUI with property damage or personal injury, and possession of Coca-Cola, cocaine. So yeah. Know why Brian and Bronny are, you know, having moments on the court together and things like that. This is what Marcus Jordan is doing. So yeah, go to jail, Marcus. That's all I can really say. You know, you have all the opportunities in the world, and this is what you. So I don't know. I know when I seen Larsa Pippen in there, something was gonna happen. I said she'll be around before somebody's downfall every time.
Right.
So
Right.
But yeah, that's really it for our hot topics, you guys. Check out the Grammys on Paramount Plus and on Hulu. You can watch some of the performances and also see some red carpet moments. We had Alicia Keys, Cynthia Erivo, Glorilla, JT, Lotto, Julia Fox, Kanye's ex-girlfriend, ex-muse was there. Sabrina Carpenter, Sia, Kai Cenat, and oh my God, I almost forgot the biggest Grammy. Over here talking about some chaperone. I thought y'all was saying y'all needed a chaperone. I didn't know who. Not y'all played in not the baby, the face of the babies. Y'all messed around and that's the biggest star on that carpet, in my opinion, Babyface. The nerve.
That was grimy. That was grimy, but listen, I just think, you know,
give it to him.
You like give it to him.
Come on, give it to him.
I have to go back to just the fact that some people are allowed to just be mediocre, and I would just leave it at that. But I just believe that, and you know, granted, the two girls was with the Associated Press. To me, they ain't had no business being on that damn carpet. Like, they didn't have no business being on that damn carpet at all. And to brush anybody off like that, to go to run for somebody else mid question, like, they should have been pulled off the carpet. Like they just should have been pulled off. Whether he had a problem with it, which I'm quite sure he did, and he just took the high road and was like, I'm good. That's cool. But nevertheless, they should have got pulled right off the carpet, because if it was you, or if it was me working for any outlet, and we did some shit,
they would have escorted us out of the building.
They would have escorted our asses off the carpet and said, go home. So, like, they shouldn't took their asses off the carpet. But for real, they shouldn't have been on the carpet in the first place. Teresa,
Hey.
thank you so much. I don't think
Yes,
that they
thank you
can put
for.
on the carpet. And I mean, that's just me, but I just feel like if it was on the other foot and it was you or it was me, and we did something like that to anybody, let alone like somebody like him who's been in this industry for 30, 40 years, like we would have been escorted right off the carpet. And I've seen
Mm-hmm.
people get escorted off the
Yes.
carpet, stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, everybody don't have the same factor. So, some people can
Just
get it.
it's so
And that's probably
disrespectful,
not a
and
nepotism thing. Because
it just hurts. It just it just hurts as people that take journalism seriously and have went to school for this and care about it as much as us. We would have never. I mean, we would have been studying because they give that booklet of all the winners and all the producers and all the things. Because I have attended many award shows. I was a seat filler in a previous life. When I was a child, I was a for show seat filler, and I would get so they give these big booklets, and press are giving these booklets before they're given out. So you have every name and album and producer and everything of these people. You have all the information. You have all the Grammys going back to wherever. You can look them up on YouTube. You can look them up on Hulu and this and that. For you to not be able to and have the respect that you need to have, it hurts me that I myself am not. And I pray one day I will be in a space to have those opportunities. But for me to not have those opportunities, and these people that obviously are so cavalier and just don't care about that, hurt me. I was hurt for him for the disrespect. Like, oh my God, a legend, a legend, a living legend. Like we just lost Quincy Jones. Do y'all not understand what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm getting mad, damn. I'm getting low. Let me breathe a little bit because I was literally. It made me mad.
Yeah, it's
Oh
it's
my
bad.
God.
It's bad, and it almost has come to be expected, but it's bad all around. And I mean, he was really graceful about it.
He was very graceful about it. But I've heard behind the scenes, his people were in immediately. And if you guys didn't see, before the carpet was over, those girls came on camera and apologized to Babyface, not to his face, not to him.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it is they brought on another black man to stand with them while they gave this apology to Babyface, not to his face, to the public. Why did y'all feel like y'all needed that extra black man there? And y'all know y'all messed up because y'all did it before the Grammy, before the carpet even wrapped up. They was making an official statement. They was talking to you while it happened.
But somebody should have asked them.
Comments off.
Somebody should have asked them why they were apologizing. Because I bet you any amount of money that they only apologized because of quote unquote who he was. But the reality is you shouldn't do anybody.
But they should have known that he was, if y'all are talking to somebody, if y'all are the Associated Press, and we've worked events before, and you'll have a list of people that you have these interviews with, and then you kind of get in where you fit in with other people that you may not have on your schedule. You're going to try, but to have him scheduled for an interview and he's answering a question that you guys asked him, to be so, and the thing is, if you watch the video, the producer was actually pushing the girl to do this, but I don't think that he meant do it the way that she did it. So if you see, she kind of leans, and the producer is saying something like, "Make sure y'all get chaperone." And I know I'm talking about. I thought y'all needed a chaperone. I don't know what the heck y'all talking about. But the producer did that, but the way they did it, she over here, chapel, and he said, talking. He said, "Oh, y'all trying to get her." Didn't say nothing. Very respectful, very smooth, very classy, like we have come to expect from Mr. Face. So it was just so disrespectful. And then for Chaperone to come and give like a it was like it's what y'all deserve. It's y'all got exactly what y'all deserve. People they can't even post anything without thousands of comments of people saying this. The journalism, their career, I'm not saying their career is ruined, but it's in trouble. We've seen a lot of these moments, Anna Rancic, Kelly Osbourne, where they say these things and they're never. You can't take something back. You can't take words back. You can't swallow your words and put them back in your chest and in your mind. Once it's out there, it's forever out there. So this will be forever out there, and this is probably going to be the most Google of their lives. So every time they go to do anything media related, people are gonna do. Oh, this the girl that did that to Babyface. It was so unprofessional that it's just. If I was them, I would be in my room crying, because I know what they say, FAFO. They done fucked around. Yeah, we go. You know, I just really couldn't believe it. I can't talk about it enough. Like Babyface, you know, he's brought us so many things, so many people that you don't even know the people that he's been behind, the careers he's touched, the people he's inspired, the groups he's sung in. I mean, you'd be like, yeah, I sung background of this song, or I sung this verse on this person's song. You would never know. Like, he's had his hands into so many different things, and still to this day. And for y'all to, I'm disgusted. But I think as Black people, it's just something that no matter what's your status, but what Jay-Z, what's that song, still nigga, you know, still Black. You know, you can, I'm not Black, I'm OJ. Okay, you know, we will always be seen as, to some people, as second rate, second class, not as important, you know, and that in the pinnacle of his career, and this is how he's being treated. So shout out to Babyface. You are welcome on Transcending the Culture anytime. And honey,
man,
you can be talking for 12, but yeah, you can be talking for 12 hours. We're gonna be right here, me and James, right here talking with you. So we will never cut you off. Know that you will never be cut off, baby, because we some yappers. So that is the Grammys. So the Grammys were full of highs and lows.
Absolutely.
You guys definitely check out, if you guys don't watch any T pages, there's a page called Crazy Days and Nights. That's where I've kind of been getting my white people news. You know, they have all the little you know, they do these little tidbits, and then they have these reveals and stuff, and it's interesting because they'll come out with stuff months and years before it actually is confirmed. So definitely they have a lot of blind items. They have a lot of blind items about the Grammys, about the after parties, and who was doing who and who was doing what in the bathroom. So definitely check that out if you're into getting some more dirt about the Grammys. And I'm going to be starting to post some of the blind items that they do have on Cat Got Your Tongue. And just remember, all said is alleged. This is allegedly, you know, we're just speculating and giving our opinions. Make sure that you guys are looking out for future episodes of Cat Got Your Tongue, and make sure you are, if you want us to talk about anything, if you want to talk about a show, you want to talk about a event, or even you have any kind of, please feel free to DM us and let us know what you would like to hear, what kind of hot topics you want to hear, because your girl is done for the night. I am not a crook. Crazy. So shout out to the Grammys. I enjoyed them. I hated them. I loved them. I cried. I sang. I went through a lot of emotions with the Grammys, which means that it was a wonderful year.
Right.
Not boring at all. So keep doing what you're doing, Grammys. And I'm looking. It's award season, so I'm looking forward to this. What's next? The Oscars? Is it the Oscars next? I want to say the Oscars.
No, they had the Oscars already.
They had the Lord Jesus. Oh yeah, they did, because the Oscars came out before Wicked. You're right about that. Yeah, oh so wait. No, I think it say that it's March 2nd. I think they came out with the they came out with the nominees. They did the nominee. You know, they have the televised nominee ceremony.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe that was,
Says the unless I'm tripping. So
I'm gonna have to look and
Oscars
see.
2025. I'm looking and it say March 2nd, 2000. Yeah, so it's March 2nd, 2025. The nominations were January 23rd. So I think that's what so they just announced all the nominees, and then the
I guess maybe
award
it's been
show will
a minute
be.
since
You said
I
what?
was thinking back to when Finkley did the Oscars. Maybe it was March of last year. It seemed like it was just recent.
Yeah,
That's
but I think no, he did nominations.
huh.
I want to say, I think he just did the nomination award. You know, they do the whole where they do the like the big thing of the nominations.
But when he did it, this was like it was last year though.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was last year.
So maybe
Yeah, it's still the Oscars are in March 2nd. So
that's
be
a
looking
minute
out
ago.
for the Oscars next.
I think that's just how fast time flies because maybe it was like last March or April. And that's what
Yeah,
I was
so so it's coming fast. I mean, we was just talking about Essence Fest, and then it's about to be right back time for Essence Fest. So yeah, the last year
yeah.
has kind of gone fast. So we have a couple of movies nominated. We had a couple upsets with the nomination, so it's going to be interesting to see who actually wins. We have Conclave, Amelia Perez, A Complete Unknown, and Nickel Boys are some of the front runners. Yeah, so be looking out for that, guys. So that's award show we have. So the musicians are done and the actors are up next. So we will be talking about that when that comes.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure that you guys follow us. I am at Authentically James. We also have
At
Transcend.
cat at
Oh, go ahead.
go no, you go ahead. Go ahead. Shout out
No,
all the
I was just
officials.
gonna say we also have Transcending TC on Instagram for Transcending the Culture. And then you go ahead, Kat.
You can follow me at Cat Queen on all platforms. I will live on TikTok. So I'll be doing a practice run tonight, and then I'll be doing some gaming. So if you want to see me play some games, I'm going to be
Oh,
doing some Mario games, and I'm also going to be doing some retro gaming. So if you're into that, please follow me on TikTok. And I will be creating a Twitch soon. So I have all my styles. I'm gonna be streaming. Some gaming, some hot topics. We're gonna be doing a lot more weekly throughout the week. So don't be sick of us yet.
okay. Thank you guys. Make sure that you guys tune in to us next week. We will be posting over the next few days just in terms of who we are going to have on the show next week. Tip Tip should be back with us next Wednesday or next days. Next Wednesday. I was gonna say Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen, this week
I
is
know. I don't know what day it even is right now. I don't
really
know.
it is. I might be a little tired too. But listen, again, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got all of our hashtags, our social media accounts. Make sure that you hit up UGD Podcasting and Radio.info, where you can see all of our past episodes. You can also rescreen tonight's episode. And make sure that you guys tune in with us tomorrow night. We are going to be live on Instagram. We'll actually be live on my Instagram. So that is Authentically James. If you come there at 8:45, we are chatting with the cast of the new to-be drama Starting Over Blues. So we will have the cast on Instagram with us tomorrow night at 8:45. I might be on a few minutes earlier just to talk to the viewers and talk to you for a couple of minutes. Kat will be on with me, and we will talk to the cast. So make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow night, and we're working on getting some more guests for you guys. We will keep you all posted. Until then, everybody enjoy the rest of the evening, get some rest, kind of chill, watch a little TV, and I'm going to work. So y'all all have a good night. What you want for the rest of the night, Kat?
I'm I'm gonna do some more yapping about charity. Get some more opinions. We got a lot more to discuss.
Oh, you getting on the game too?
Yeah, and then I'll be tonight, probably around 11 or midnight, I will be hopping on Mario Kart. So definitely look me up on TikTok because I'll be posting on there. So if you want to play with me, game,
I'm gonna come
I'll
on.
be on there.
I don't know shit about TikTok, but I'm gonna come on.
Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm gonna come on. So I look.
It's gonna be me figuring out.
Just message me when you're going on.
Okay, yeah, because this will be my test run to see how things are going on there.
I'm coming on. Maybe I might learn. All right,
okay, we'll see. All right, y'all. Bye. Thanks.
And listen, y'all have a good night.